Hey, what's up, y'all? RJ here with CV Tech, and this video here, I'm going to be taking a look back here at the original LG Volt. Now, this phone came out in early 2014, and this phone here I bought, I don't know, shortly after it came out, and I still have it. This phone looks brand new still. It does not have a scratch on it, to be honest with you, and this was a great phone. Now, why do I like the LG Volt, the original LG Volt, so much? Well, you know, for the phone being 2 years old, and for what kind of phones you see now on a budget, and from phones that you've seen like this right here on a budget from 2 years ago, there's quite a bit of difference. For example, what I like about the LG Volt is some things you can't even get now on some mid-tier devices. And so I want to explain a few things that I like and that I found awesome on the LG Volt that would be really awesome if they had one just like it today, with the same screen size, same form factor, same everything, but with a better processor and more ROM and more RAM. Now, this phone has a really nice 4.7-inch display. Now, it's not very big, but that's kind of like in the sweet spot between 4.7 and 5.3. It's not HD. It's only 540 by 960, paired with a 3,000 milliamp hour battery that can be removed. You got some phenomenal battery life with the original LG Volt. This phone had an IR blaster on top here. You don't see that on most phones anymore unless you go high end. But this phone here had it, IR blaster. This phone here also, let's take the back of this thing off, and you will see right there, the little prongs there, it's got NFC, which again, most phones, I'm not saying all, but most phones do not have NFC for a budget device in 2016 that you've seen here in a phone that's over 2 years old. The camera on this phone is really nice. It's got a 8 megapixel camera on the rear, records in full 1080. The front camera here is only a 1.2 megapixel, records in 720, and I'm not sure if it's 1080. No, it's 720. In the back, maybe 720. I can't even remember now. It's been so long since I've really actually used the camera on this, but it's either 720 or 1080. Let me look here to verify, just so that way I won't be misleading y'all. It does say, yeah, camcorder is full 1080, 30 frames per second on the rear, but 720, however, is on the front. So yeah, 1.3 megapixel camera on the front, and honestly, the camera was really good. I've done a few picture tests with the original Volt, and it came out really well. Now, you know, this phone also has screen mirroring, so that way, you know, you can transfer from a phone to a TV, smart TV, whatever it may be. This phone was just really packed full of features, and it's built very solid. Even though it's new, even though it's, you know, not metal, nothing like that, the phone is built very, very solid. I mean, it's got a good heft to it, a good feel to it. I love how the home button lights up multicolors for, you know, text can be green, calls can be blue, and it'll just sit there and pulsate that color. And it's really awesome the way that they designed this LG. Power button on the right, volume on the left, headset jack on the top, speaker on the bottom, you know, bottom firing speaker. This phone was just awesome, you know, but to me, and some will disagree with this, some may agree with me, but the biggest thing that killed this phone here, and I'm sure for budget phones back in 2014 that it was about the norm, was it only ran the Snapdragon 400 processor with only 1 gigabyte of RAM and 8 gigabytes of built-in storage, which actually back then, the way apps were, it ran pretty decent. Now, with the apps where they are now, and how more intense apps are and bigger apps are getting, this phone right now, while it is still a very nice phone, works very well, has great battery life, good camera, good call quality, good everything really. The phone is just very solid built and is feature packed with a bunch of goodies and great battery life. The processor just and the RAM just cannot hang anymore. I was using the phone the other day and I went to the gallery. The phone just completely froze. I had to completely give it a hard reset, not a hard reset, but completely just hold the power button down for like 10 seconds to get it to do anything. The phone freezes terribly. It lags horribly. You really can't do anything with it. I've been on a few apps. I tried clearing it out and just making more storage, making more, everything, putting everything to the SD card. Now, this phone did run Android 4.4 KitKat. However, on this specific LG Volt, you could move apps to the SD card, which was very strange for KitKat users because KitKat took that feature away on most phones, but LG allowed it on their LG Volt. So you could move all the apps to the SD card that you could and everything, but even now when I try to use it, it's just so laggy, so buggy, so slow. Even with third-party launchers, I can't get nothing done because it's like it just moves at a snail's pace. So yeah, if they actually made an LG Volt like this today with the same features that you see in this LG Volt, same form factor, I mean built solid as a rock, with like a an octa-core 617 or something like that, or it with like 2 gigabytes of RAM, 16 gigabytes of onboard storage, and have a few other extra features, maybe like a slightly bigger screen, like a 5-inch, have the same pulsating home button that you see on the original Volt here, but with the same features. That would be really awesome to see. So let me know in the comment section below what y'all think of this little video here, and if y'all would agree with me on this here. If you do, hit that like button. I sure would appreciate it. Subscribe to my channel if you ain't already. I'd appreciate that as well. Y'all have a good one, and we'll see y'all in the next video.